Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the virtual arena for tonight's European North Basketball League game, group game between the Newcastle Eagles home side and the visitors Dziki Warszawa of Poland. Alongside me as ever is Dave Eldigan. We're just looking at the starting fives, just getting them ready for you so we can introduce them to you. We have three referees obviously tonight, and none of whom are from the UK. Our crew chief tonight is Michelle Criscelli. And then we've got umpires Michael Kuzia from Poland and Edward Jurin from Slovakia. The Eagles starting five is number 14, Maceo Jack, number 15, Cole Long, number 21, Emmanuel Canway, number 25, Marco Anthony, and number 41, Mitch Clark. For Dziki Warszawa, we'll just go through the team. We haven't got the starting five as such as yet, so we're just waiting we can run through their team. It's likely to be their Americans that will start. They've got number 0, Bennett van der Plas, number 1, Landreas Horton, number 2, Dante Carruthers, number 4, Rivaldo Suarez, number 5, Mikhail Alexandrovich, number 7, and captain Gregoris Grokowski, number 8, Christoph Kemper, number 11, Gregoris Kaminsky, number 16, Talek Chavez, number 25, Odi Oguama, and number 45, Lukas Frakiewicz.
But hopefully that the Eagles, having started great in the SLB with a 2-0 start, suddenly find themselves losing 4 games. I thought there was a much improved performance on Sunday over their one last Friday against Leicester. They need to take that into there, and it's interesting that they're trusting Mitch Clark to start again at the point guard, and obviously I think tonight they haven't replaced Brett Reed, but they have brought in a new guard. If he's a strong player, I think that's going to help them. And I think one of the things in terms of it is that Darius Defoe's back for minutes, the way Emmanuel Canway's playing, and Malcolm Smith, if we can get the Malcolm Smith of old, then I think that we'll be okay in the forward spot.
And of course, this is the third time these two sides have met since November of last year. Much changed side on both occasions. We've only got a couple of players on both sides who actually played in the semi-final of the European North Basketball League Final 4 when the Eagles beat the Polish side by 80-67 in the semi-final to go through to the final, which they lost eventually to Inter Bratislava, who also lost Inter Bratislava to this Dziki Warszawa. They picking up the bronze medal. The Eagles obviously picking up the silver. Actually, in the group stage, the Eagles had an excellent 79-70 win in Warsaw. So the Eagles are defending an unbeaten record against Dziki, and looking for a third win. And obviously, Dziki will be hoping for its third time lucky. So I'm just making a note of the starting fives here because we haven't been given the starting five for. Right, we've got number 0, Bennett van der Plas, number 1, Landreas Horton, number 2, Dante Carruthers, number 11, Gregoris Kaminsky, and number 25, Odi Oguama.
Well, they've only played one game in the EBL so far, but it was a very competitive match against Riga. And Van der Plas hit 17 points in that game, and Garma, who you just mentioned, 11, but the real star from their point of view of that show was Landreas Horton, who hit 35 big points against Riga.
Just waiting for referees to come in and sort it out. Just
been informed by the TV crew, we're 2 minutes away from tip-off.
Well, that's interesting. I've not seen that before, where the teams line up and then disappear.
Yeah, teams have been sent to the team benches. We're just waiting for course, this Polish side have also got 9 new players from last season. Dante Carruthers, they picked up from Inter Bratislava, the point guard. He actually led the European North Basketball League in assists last season.
Yeah, I thought he had. I saw him play one game. Very controlled player. He can score when he needs to, but he's also a great motivator in terms of getting the team into their offense.
Yeah, very much on-court leader. Obviously, Eagles looking for Mitch Clark to do that job. And I think one of the reasons Mitch Clark's been brought into the starting 5 in front of Rashawn Taylor is because of those poor starts that the Eagles were making the games, Dave. That's what Coach Stuttle was talking to me about. And obviously, you said it was an improved performance on Sunday at Cheshire, and they actually won that first quarter. They didn't then go on to win the game, but they did win the first quarter, so they did start the game better. Unfortunately, they still didn't manage to win the game.
You know, Ray Sean had a big scoring game against London Lions, hitting 32. A lot of those came from his own efforts because teammates weren't converting chances. So that's probably another reason. But also, if you look at it in a different way, he's a very, very strong player to bring impact off the bench.
Yeah, and that was something that Mark Stuttle mentioned, the fact that he's often had to sit him down and then bring him back to get the best out of him.
Well, Emmanuel Canway hasn't disappointed in the last 2 games when he's been given this role. Let's hope he has another big game tonight.
And we're off and running, and the Eagles get the first possession and control it with Mitch Clark, guarded by Carruthers. I think we'll see a lot of that. Whoever is running the point for the Eagles will be facing Carruthers probably a lot. Nice kick out. Canway for 3. Unusual to see the big fella taking a shot so early, but misses the front of the rim, and the rebound was taken by Oguama.
Well, Canway can make them from there. I mean, I've watched him for 3 years when he was studying at Northumbria University and played for Newcastle in NBL Division 1, and he has got a nice shooting touch.
Kaminsky called for the screen. Van der Plas steps back, and he misses the 3 as well. Clark takes the long rebound.
Well, I don't know whether he thought the shot clock had gone or not, but he certainly was determined to get that shot off.
Anthony works it to long. Cole Long turns. Down to 7 seconds on the shot clock. Mitch Clark may have to put one up. Cole Long, it's almost stolen. Gets to the charity shot. Can't make it. Rebound taken by Van der Plas. Gives it to Carruthers. Carruthers inside to Oguama, and that's the first points of the game from Oguama.
Well, they're not short of height, are they? With a few 6'9"ers out on the floor and a 6'8" player, so they should be able to take care of the boards.
Eagles trying to work the ball around. Maceo Jack gets his first chance to go to the basket. Drives well and floats it in off the glass.
The spin move was devastating, but what was even more devastating was the quick first step.
Good finish by Maceo Jack. Came in late for the Eagles, replacing Caleb Huffman before just as the season was about to start. And he's done very well since he come in. Obviously played for 2 years with Cheshire Phoenix. And there's Horton going to the basket for the first time. Great work by Canway defensively, and Anthony took the rebound off the missed shot. There's Anthony at the other end. Tries to kick it out to Clark, but Horton gets in and knocks the ball dead. Good deflection, good defense. Tuesday night in Newcastle, European night all over. Newcastle United is home to Benfica tonight as well. Kicking off at 8 o'clock, but meanwhile here, Mitch Clark goes. Oguama's already taken 2 rebounds. Kaminsky all the way, left-handed layup is good. 4-2 for the Polish side as the Maceo Jack just saves.
Well, certainly in terms of converting chances, the Polish side have made the better start.
And the coach there, Marko Lekovic, celebrated that 8-second backcourt violation as though he'd won the league. Obviously a passionate Italian guy. Interesting that he is an Italian, but he's got a Polish surname. or he's got a foreign surname, or he's certainly not. It doesn't sound an Italian. Legovic. Here's Carruthers though for Warsaw. Gets the ball inside. Aguama blocked by Cole Long, and then Van der Plas. Referee rules that was after the 24-second buzzer sounded, so no basket.
Yeah, I thought that was a really positive statement there by the Eagles in terms of the defence. They inbounded the inbound ball very well and kept the pressure on defensively the whole way throughout that phase of the offence.
Maceo Jack in the ball, guarded by Horton. Canway gets it. Cole Long. Nice bounce pass into the paint, taken by Anthony. Kicks it out to Mitch Clark for three. He rattles in and out. And I think it's going to be a foul call on Emmanuel Canway as he contested the rebound with Ugama. First substitution of the night. And it's Marco Anthony comes out, and it's the first viewing for the Eagles fans at home of the new signing, Dion Hammond.
Well, statistically, the Polish side of the taller team, but I tell you what, with Marco Anthony out there, with Canway, Cole Long, and some of the guards, the Eagles are not short of rebounding potential.
Great play by Carruthers, got all the way to the basket, but Eagles attack quickly at the other end. Mitch Clark finding Hammond on the break in the transition, and Hammond scores his first points at home.
Yeah, emphatic way to start your home debut.
Ball comes off the feet of Cole Long.
What I loved about that from Dion was how quickly he broke and prevented the opportunity in transition.
Best way to answer the basket with a quick one back at the other end. Carruthers must never get tired of a basketball. Dante Carruthers. Van der Plas gives him it back. No, Maceo Jack slips. Van der Plas goes for three. It's long. A great rebound by Canway.
Yeah.
Manny Canway gets up in front of Ogioma. Canway looking for a pass. Clark takes it off him. Nice hands by Clark. Couldn't quite feed Canway. Kaminsky. Carruthers. He'll attack the basket. Lovely move by Dante Carruthers.
Yeah, lovely move at one end. A little bit of a disappointing one at the other. Canway made that cut to basket, but three defenders went with him. Mitch's better option would have been to kick it out to the wing. So here we go for the pick and roll again. And this time Mitch is looking at the outside opportunity.
4 seconds on the shot clock. Maceo Jack trying to shake and bake it, but that Kaminsky followed it all the way, and that's an excellent block. And now he goes to the other end, but he misses his layup. Cole Long takes the rebound, and the Eagles are off and running again. Jack this time is going to attack, but it's, of course, it's steal by Carruthers, but I think it's a foul by Van der Plas. It is foul on Van der Plas. End line ball to the Eagles. Substitution both sides.
Well, we didn't have to wait too long for Deshaun to come in. Let's hope he lives up to one of the predictions I made at the start, that he'll be a strong impact player off the bench. What the Eagles need at the moment is a little bit more ball movement, because they're certainly executing their half-court offense better than the Eagles.
Sean Taylor on for Mitch Clark, but he's drove the basket and then tried to pass it out. That'll be a foul on Cole Long at the other end. Transition was quick. Horton went to the basket. Long fouled him.
Yeah, advantage to the visitors at the moment of 2 block shots in the last 2 defences and breaking away and getting a chance to go and shoot from the territory stripe.
Andreas Horton, as Dave said, had 35 points against Riga Celli. Ultimately, though, it was 35 points in a loss. Makes the first one.
That's one thing for certain. If the referees ever executed the 5-second offensive rule when you're at the charity stripe, he would have lost that chance. Second him in a turn, didn't he, to get ready to shoot. Wants everything just right.
Yeah, and he gets it right as well. Nothing but net with the second one. And it's an early lead for Dziki. 10 points to 4.
What I'd like to see here is all 5 Eagles getting involved in this offensive half-court set.
Sean Taylor gets it call long. He, well, could have given it off to Dion Hammond, but it's Rashawn Taylor out to Cole Long in the corner for 3. Cole Long knocks down the 3. Obviously one of Cole Long's strengths is 3-point shooting. Carruthers, that's a bad pass, bad read. Another substitutions. Lucas Frakiewicz comes on, as does Talik Chavez.
Well, Coach Stewart certainly using his bench at this stage.
Marco Anthony back in for Maceo Jack. Carruthers and, well, it's a great, no, I was going to say it's a great block, but he's been called for the foul. As Hammond drove to the basket, protected the ball and got a foul given as he put the ball up.
Yeah, I had an early look at Dion Hammond, Jeff. He came to watch the Newcastle game on Saturday, and he'd made arrangements through the coach there to be able to do some shooting practice afterwards. He had about 15 threes in a row.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a very good shooter. He makes the first of his
obviously, when he did get on the court against the Phoenix, I think he made his first 2 threes.
He made his first 2 threes, but then he kind of went a little bit downhill after that. But he only got into the country on Thursday, yeah. So you know,
early days.
Yeah. He's up to 4 points personal though.
Well, nice form on his free throw shooting.
Chavez has gone to the point in place of Carruthers. Frakiewicz has replaced Ugamo. Van der Plas, oh, that was a nice spin pass for Sean Taylor.
Yeah.
This coach is very expressive from Dziki.
Yeah, a lot of height advantage there for Van der Plas against Deshaun Taylor.
Marco Anthony floated out.
Great skip pass.
Yeah. Lovely pass and instant offense from Dion Hammond.
Just when it looked like there were no options at all, he threw a lovely skip pass and Hammond straight into his shooting action.
And that levelled the game up. Van der Plas though very strong to the basket, one-handed. It's a very strong player. Puts the visitors back up by 2. 3:20 to go in the quarter. Hammond driving hard, looking for a foul, doesn't get one, tries to pass it out, passes it straight to Horton, Horton to Van der Plas, and Horton lays it in for 2. Mark Stuttle calls the game's first timeout.
Well, I think he'd be a little bit concerned. They're certainly controlling it in terms of teamwork. They've got the better teamwork at this part of the game. There's too many times the Eagles are getting caught with the ball with no easy outlet options. So that he'll want to address. But I also think there's the potential there for the Eagles to really push this in transition.
Yeah, they've looked best when they've pushed it in transition, but as you say, the Polish side, they have looked very well organised as a team, and I am enjoying watching their coach on the sidelines as well. He's getting very animated, and when that last basket was scored, he turned to the whole bench and he's applauding and lifting his arms and saying, "That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see."
Trying to create chemistry there, Jeff. Exactly. Very, very important part of the game.
Well, it's only his second year as a head coach. He was an assistant coach in Italy's Serie A. He did about 3 years with, I can't quite remember which team it was with, but he then came to Poland this year for his first time. He was at Trieste as an assistant coach, and he got the head coach role in 2022-23, but the following year he moved on again. He went to Varese, 2 years as an assistant there, but now a head coach in his own right in a different country. So Cole Anthony, Malcolm Smith comes out, first time for him.
There's a little bit of patience needed on the Eagles side. We've got to remember that they've made two personnel changes already this season, so that's going to take a little bit of time. But also they've had injury situations. Marco Anthony had no pre-season. Darius Defoe hasn't yet played a minute. And of course, one of the strong players who really makes things happen, Josh Ward-Hibbert, is out for months.
Yeah, he's out supposedly till the end of January. Rashawn Taylor going to the basket, doesn't make it. Chavez, what a lovely pass that was. Well, interesting.
Well, I don't think he's going to call anything then, even though their player grabbed a player, because simply I think they were protecting each other.
He has called the foul.
No.
Foul call on Eagles. Baseline ball.
I'm not sure he called it. I presume he called it on Rashawn Taylor. Yeah, Rashawn Taylor.
I just thought they were protecting each other, but that video, that replay there shows clearly that was a defensive foul.
Chavez turns the corner, looks for Frankovic inside. There's the height advantage and lays it in for two off the glass.
Well, whatever Coach Stutler said about defence, you can see how animated their coach is on the sidelines, because that was just a wide open layup. That was way too easy. Ball movement was too easy.
Rashawn Taylor answers with a three at the other end.
Well, sometimes you don't care how you hit shots, as long as you get your scoreboard ticking over.
Just the 3 points in it. Dziki still leading. Krokovic, the captain, is on. One of the two players who was on the roster in the semi-final. Kaminsky for three is no good. Taylor takes the rebound.
Great boxing out there by Malcolm Smith. He needed to, because Frankovic has been an absolute nightmare in the middle of the Eagles' key. He's in there bagging everybody on screens. He's sealing players on defence.
Krakowski with the foul on Taylor. Long gets his first rest. Maceo Jack comes back. The Eagles ball on the sideline. Taylor the inbound. Not really got the play out. He managed to get it to Smith. Smith gave him it back. Nice little shovel passes. Almost created an open for Taylor. He's decided to step back and shoot the three. Missed it. Frankovic takes an easy rebound. Kaminsky's off and running against Maceo Jack. Kicks it out. Suarez for three is no good. Taylor takes another rebound. Mitch Clark, who's sneaked onto the court now. Back on the court, so the Eagles got both points. Oh, and that's called an offensive foul. Gronkowski. Yes, Sauvé Candy now gets on as well. I think everybody but Darius Defoe has entered the court now for the Eagles.
Well, Deshaun Taylor, that was his second foul, which accounts for that move back to the bench.
Mitch Clark got a touch on the inbound pass there. It'll be end line ball for Dziki. The ball has gone under the stand, the match ball. Eric Wilson, the Eagles team manager, not the youngest of men, can't quite get to it. He's called for reinforcements.
He's sending for a younger pair of knees.
Yeah, he's sent him round the back of the stand to see if he can get the ball. And there it goes. Interesting as well, because I mean there are a number of balls at both ends which are exactly the same. Or you would have thought so anyway. Kowski inbounds to Chavez.
Eagles elected now to change their half-court defence to full-court pressure.
Gronkowski, Kaminsky, onto Gronkowski. He drives the basket. That was never going anywhere.
No, great block. That was a great block.
A great challenge and blocked by Marco Anthony. Oh, and talking of great blocks, there's another one the other end by Frankovic on Malcolm Smith. Chavez to Kaminsky, back out to Chavez. Into Frankovic. Yeah, fouled by Candy, was all over him, but then he's given quite a few inches away there.
I think Frankovic knows his role, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Get in, create confusion in the key, near to the Eagles' basket as you can.
Dziki comes out, Carruthers back in. Feels as if Warszawa have dominated this, and yet they're only 3-4 now points up.
Well, the tactic from Frankovic has got to be challenged. They simply can't let him seal Malcolm Smith or anybody else under the basket. Somebody's got to get at least halfway around him, and then need to put a little bit more to complement that with more pressure on the ball on the perimeter.
Makes 2 from 2, Frankovic, and that gives a 5-point lead to Warszawa. Mitch Clark, Smith, good return pass. Soviet Candy for 3 is just off. Rebound taken by Frankovic. Frankovic now gives it to Carruthers. He puts it back inside, and Frankovic lays it in for 2.
He's playing a massive role at the minute, Frankovic.
Maceo Jack trying to get around. I think his Polish side's defending really well as well, David. And there you go. You see, Carruthers got hands on that, knocked it away, and right on the buzzer, Suarez almost knocks down a 3, but that ends the first quarter, and it's 15-22 in favour of the Polish side.
Well, what seemed like a fairly even game for the first 5 minutes of that game changed considerably when Frankovic came in. He's an absolute man-mountain in defence, and he really is creating problems for the way the Eagles have to defend the key. He's been a major factor in this run. Simple summation here is that they are definitely into their rhythm as far as the team offense is concerned, and Eagles are still trying to find a way to create rhythm into theirs.
There you go.
Frankovic has actually played 4 minutes and just over 4 minutes. He's got 6 points and 4 rebounds.
There you go.
And created multiple screens, blocking players off, doing a great job.
Some early highlights. There was Maceo Jack making his Kaminsky committed drives to the basket there. There's Carruthers, that was nice crossover, and in it goes. While looking at this, that was Hammond who made a good start to his Eagles career at home.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see it. Obviously, they met twice last season. I didn't see the game that was played in Poland in the league part of this ENBL, but I certainly watched every second of the semi-final, and I thought the Eagles got control of that game fairly early and were good winners for the, was it a 13-point win?
Yeah,
something like 13-point win. Tonight, this is definitely a reversal.
Well, I would say as well, doing research on Dziki, they seem to have improved every year, got better and better every year, with possibly a bit more finance going in every year. And I think to get this lad, Dante Carruthers from Inter Bratislava, was a big move for them.
Yeah, I think also we have to look at the influence of the Italian coach who's come in. He's clearly got a good team-orientated philosophy going in offense.
Yeah. Kaminsky gives it back to Carruthers as we get the second quarter underway. Carruthers gets free. The three-point shot is short, but Kaminsky was there to take the rebound, but he misses it. Mitch Clark gets a hand to it. Marco Anthony tidies it up. Malcolm Smith goes to the basket and lays it in for 2.
There we go, transition points. Easiest you can get. We need more of it.
Frankovic again.
Yeah, you see, switching defenses can work, but the switch there left Frankovic on Mitch Clark. Not what you want. That close to the basket.
Marco Anthony misses it. Krzysztof Kampers into the game. He took that rebound. Well, that's a good hand by Maceo Jack on Chavez. And Mitch Clark picks up the loose ball. Krzysztof Kemper it is. Malcolm Smith wide open. Can't make it the 2. Ball just hasn't been dropping for Malcolm Smith so far this season.
Well, for the last 3 years, he's played obviously in Division 1 for Derby, and he knocks those down for fun. Just needs to get his shot in the groove.
I think he's coming out of the game, yeah.
He's pretty smart at getting open.
Smith and Jack out, Hammond and Canway back in.
So Canway, for those who don't know this team very well, Canway had a 3-year spell in Newcastle, studying at Northumbria University, but playing for Newcastle in LBL 1. Then last year he played for the Essex Rebels.
Yeah, and he also played in Australia in the summer. Oh, that's a great reverse layup by Frakovic, and the Eagles really need to get a hold of this fella, because he at the moment is dominating the game. He's up to 10 points personal.
Well, his season's average is 8.7 points and 7.7 rebounds. He's also second in their assists.
Yeah.
And you can actually see that, because he's very, very good at posting people up and handing the ball off.
That's going to be a foul.
Well, if that's a foul on the Eagles, that's a difficult call, because Frankovic went over the back of everybody.
Not sure I would be arguing this referee. He seems very officious. By when I say very officious, I didn't say he was wrong. I just said he's very officious. Rashawn Taylor comes back in. Mitch Clark takes a seat. Oguyama comes back. Frakovic takes a seat. Having scored 10 points and got 4 rebounds in 6 minutes of play. Meanwhile, Kaminsky at the line to shoot 2. Hits the front of the rim with the first.
Let's do it again. Loud and proud. Make some noise.
It's quite a nice strip, the Polish strip, by the way. I just there's a little offshoot there. And he's missed them both. And the rebound almost grabbed by Kemper, but it goes out.
Well, I'm a little bit disappointed with the way the Eagles are playing at the moment. They're clearly the better team offensively, but I'm not concerned about it, because we commentated on all the games last year, and the Eagles have often struggled for the first 3 quarters and always found a way to come back strong in that final quarter.
Taylor turns the corner, looks for the 3, misses the 3. This is something we just need to look at it with Rashawn Taylor. He does sometimes, the fact that he takes responsibility, sometimes possibly takes a little bit too much responsibility.
And I think another sign as well is Coach Studel doesn't normally make this many substitutions this early in the game.
Yeah,
I think he's desperately trying to find the right formula for playing this team.
That's going to be a 3rd foul on Rashawn Taylor. That's going to completely disrupt it. He's been called for a foul there.
Well, scoreboard doesn't lie. It is the 3rd foul.
That'll be him done probably for the rest of the half.
For sure, and it may even keep him on the bench for part of the 3rd quarter.
Defense.
Kemper.
Defense.
Hands off to Horton. Horton back to Kemper. Kemper driving hard. That's a great block by Canway. Superb defensive play by Manny Canway. Cole Long brings it forward. Hammond into Anthony. 2:25 facing up. Nice skip past Cole Long. Oh, great work from Cole Long. Didn't go in though. Mark Anthony though did really well. Mark Anthony created that. He got a real hand on it. Canway tidied it up.
I think you're looking at one of the reasons why Coach Studel made the change.
Yeah.
I mean, because a lot of people are saying, well, you lose a 6'9" forward and you bring in a 6'4" guard. Well, I don't always go with that, because if the 6'4" guard's really good, then that gives you a different strength. But young Canway has had a good start to this season.
Yeah, and Coach Stutel's shown a lot of faith in him. Chance for an on-one play. Do think Marco Anthony had a big say in that play. And for a big guy, he knocks free throws down as well.
Well, Marco Anthony, as I said, missed pre-season through injury. But when he made his debut against Caledonia, I thought he was going to be a really strong scoring player.
Good rebounder for his size as well.
Yeah.
Chavez, nice pass inside. Uguamo, powerful move to the basket. In for 2. Monsieur Jack yet to really get going for the Eagles. Hammond for 3 is good. It takes him into double figures. Not quite sure what's been called here. Not sure what's been called here.
Well, first question is, has the scoreboard moved? Well, whatever it is, it hasn't pleased Coach Stuttle.
The scoreboard says 23-28. Something was called though. I think I'm trying to work out whether the basket was waved off. I'm not sure whether it was or not. He's up to 10 points. Hammond gives it. We'll just get on with the game and see what happens. Conway against Oguama. That's going to be a foul on the floor.
At the moment, Conway's doing everything. He's getting in good post-up positions. He's sealing defensive players. He's getting his hook shot off. He's causing all sorts of problems.
Monsieur Jack for 2 is no good. Conway gets the rebound and the putback. Offensive rebound and putback by Manny Conway.
Defense.
Van der Plas down low, goes past Jack and makes the 2. Tough defense by Monsieur Jack, but better offense.
He's playing against a player who used his body there really well to protect the ball.
Great turn by Conway again. Got a good block by Warmer, but Van der Plas puts it out of bound. Chavez comes off. Suarez comes back on. A huge round of applause for a man who's been out, I think, since March of last year, I believe, isn't it?
This is the moment a lot of people have waited for to see.
Well,
Captain and leader Darius Defoe, great servant to the club, back in action and straight away.
41-year-old, 42 next month, believe it or not. But I think it was a double set of applause because Marco Anthony, did you see him switch hands there? Wow.
Well, he's a natural lefty.
Yeah, he was dribbling with his right, wasn't he? He switched the ball from his right as he went up in his shot almost. So yeah, I think the applause for Defoe coming on the court was just as warmly for Conway going off after a great shift. Box score has frozen. Carruthers. Oh, nice pass inside. And there's the difference. When Oguamo slammed that to him, he turned and he's landed awkwardly on Dion Hammond, who's limping out of off the court. Yeah, Conway had 5 points and 4 rebounds in 10 minutes. Excellent. He's now, after Hammond, Eagles' second top scorer, Hammond with 10.
We're talking about top scorers. I think Eagles have done a pretty good job on Horton to keep him to 4 points.
Defoe finds Clark. Monsieur Jack goes all the way to the basket, flicks it in. Eagles coming back to within 5. 27-32. Carruthers, who meanwhile at the other end, works the ball to Van der Plas. He's strong inside Van der Plas. Makes another basket.
Very deceptive as well. That looked like a slow motion move, but he knew exactly what he was doing and really used his body to protect the ball.
Darius Defoe's first shot since March in Nanga is off. Van der Plas took the rebound. Carruthers now shaking and baking in front of Cole Long. Great play once again by Carruthers, but Warszawa doesn't make the basket. Darius Defoe almost lost the handle. Maceo Jack gets it back. Marco Anthony does lose the handle. Horton gets it, gives it to Van der Plas. Van der Plas went for the jam. Anthony went for the block, and it results in a foul. Foul on Marco Anthony. That will be his second foul, I believe. Coach Doodle has called a timeout, 27-34. Just looking at the scorers here, Van der Plas has 8 points and 3 rebounds for Dziki. Ogiwama has 6 points and 2 rebounds. And of course, Frakiewicz has 10 points and 4 rebounds. Dante Carruthers, meanwhile, has 6 assists.
He's been taking care of the basketball very well. He's been dishing the ball around in terms of assists. And also, I'm a little bit disappointed that the Eagles aren't making more attempts to get transition points, because at the moment, the team that's running and trying to get into transition quickly is the Warsaw team.
Eagles' top scorer is Dion Hammond with 10 points. Manny Conway has 5 points and 4 rebounds. That's pretty much all she wrote for the Eagles. Maceo Jack has 4 points. Eagles in the moment also behind on rebounds, assists and turnovers. Stuttle having an animated conversation.
Well, I think what he'll be concerned about is the fact that, you know, he's got sort of a lot of potential scorers in the team, and you would expect that after, 17 minutes of basketball, they will have a higher score on the board than 27. I think he will be concerned about offensive production.
So Van der Plas at the line. After that foul by Anthony, misses the first. Dziki Warsaw are 0 from 6 from 3-point range, 4 of 7 from the line. Done most of their work inside. Van der Plas misses them both. Good rebound by Malcolm Smith in front of Rivaldo Suarez. A Brazilian footballer with a name like that. Mitch Clark to Jack. Jack turns the corner. Almost stolen. Nice pass by Mitch Clark. Cole Long's 3-pointer decides not to drop.
Didn't make the shot, but it was great ball movement.
Darius Defoe does well to get the rebound. And then Maceo Jack misses it. Deflected by Maceo Jack, and almost deflected by Carruthers as well. Ball flying around, not going very far. Mitch Clark brings it over. 3 minutes left in the half. Eagles down 27-34. Clark looking for somebody to come and set a screen for him. Defoe does. Then it's the skip back to the far left-hand corner. And a nice 3 by Maceo Jack. Nice play by the Eagles.
Well, if they've done their scouting report, they will know for certain that on off-ball defence, you do not sag that far off Maceo Jack.
Horton trying to force it. Darius Defoe doing tremendously well in defence to knock the ball away.
Well, a little momentum swing here. They've closed it to 4 points. They made an easy bucket there, which should never have happened because they should not have sagged that far off Maceo Jack. And then they forced them into what was almost a turnover.
Kaminski for 3 from the corner, misses. Darius Defoe takes the rebound. Maceo Jack, Cole Long makes a great cut to the basket, but Van der Plas spotted it and covered it. But Eagles moving the ball a little bit better there. Maceo Jack, Long, Darius Defoe in the paint. that's going to be a foul by Frakovic, who's back on court.
I think that's another thing that our visitors have done quite well. They've played pretty tough defence, but they've still only picked up 3 fouls in this quarter. With only 2 minutes to go.
To Clark, to Long. Kaminsky's all over Cole Long. Great steal. Important. Thought fleeting about this is the matchup now, isn't it? Frakovic versus Defoe. Well, that's got to be an offensive foul. Couldn't have been anything else, to be perfectly honest.
It could have been a flop.
Well, I think Van der Plas came across and had both hands out. And Mitch Clark, well, he's made the most of it, but he was definitely...
But we'll now soon know. That's a flop.
Seeing it on the replay. Yep. I think you have to say that Mitch Clark made the absolute most of that. That's the way I would say it. Interesting, Van der Plas, no dispute to the call at all. Chavez all over Clark. Eagles looking for a basket. Clark drives, turns, spins, knocks it down. Good play by Mitch Clark. Timeout. Dziki Warszawa with 1:36 to go and the 2-point game.
Well, he's called the timeout, so he's clearly concerned about something. There you've got Mitch Clark, who's by nowhere near the tallest player, penetrating into the heart of their defence, making a fake pass as though he's going to pass to somebody, spin move. Before you know it, he's got a nice soft touch.
Yeah, there it is on replay for you. Nice
the coach will
spin.
not be happy with that at all.
Yeah, that's poor defence. It's good offence, but it's poor defence. We're 32-34, 1:36 to go. If the Eagles can just get another stop.
Well, that will be the principal target. And could this be the influence of the introduction of Mr. Defoe?
Well, the game has certainly swung since he come on.
Absolutely it has.
Because he organises the defence so well, doesn't he? It isn't necessarily about what he does with the ball or even on court, it's about his organisational skills.
Well, you know how important communication is in this. And also, not communication just to instruct people, but communication to put energy into people's performances. Yeah. That's what he does. The energy level has gone up since Mr. Defoe entered the court.
He's also had an effect on Frakovic, who's come on and not been able to reach the same kind of heights that he did early in the game. Incredible to think that Darius Defoe has played for this basketball club since the age of 18. He's now approaching his 42nd birthday. 29 seasons. 29 seasons. Van der Plas drives in, kicks out. Good work by Mitch Clark. Coach Stool really enjoyed that defensive stance by his team.
Well, he's certainly going to be going into the locker room at half-time a lot happier than he was 5 minutes ago.
Half a stop, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Horton puts up the three and misses. But Frakovic gets the rebound, gives it inside. Oh, brilliant block by Cole Long on Kaminsky. Superb work by Cole Long. Clark to Jack. Looked as if he was going to set the screen. Maceo Jack, well, somehow got through, lost control of the ball, regained control of the ball and laid it in for two, and the Eagles are level.
That actually was to his advantage because he lost.
Oh, what a steal by Darius Defoe.
He lost control of the ball, but he actually rolled towards the basket, making it simple for him to pick it up.
Chavez from way downtown makes the three.
Well, from their point of view, they desperately needed that because they'd been stuck on 34 for quite a while the Eagles had closed the gap and tied the game.
Just way downtown. Last shot probably for the Eagles. Defoe on Frakovic. Yeah, Frakovic. Well, that's Darius Defoe, isn't it? That's the experience right there.
Holding foul. Darius and two.
That puts them into the penalty, but it's not shooting it yet, is it? Or is that the 5th?
Yeah, we're on the penalty, so should be 2 shots.
It's just gone to 5s, yeah.
So Candy comes on for the last 14 seconds. Mitch Clark comes out. Kaminsky and Frakovic come out for Dziki. Darius Defoe goes to the line to shoot 2. Makes the first. Makes the second, just 1 point in and 14 seconds of defense for the Eagles. Darius Defoe comes out, gets a hero's reception from the crowd.
It's so he can get an extra 14 seconds rest over the next 15 minutes.
Well, I think as well, Mark Stool probably wanted him to take a little bow as well. Mark Anthony back in. Press from the Eagles. Carruthers. The game, 6 seconds. Carruthers is going to go himself. Oh, Cole Long, another block from Cole Long. He read that absolutely all the way, and coach Marko Legovic has taken a timeout with 1 second to play. Well, he's going to go to his 1 second playbook.
Well, he's going to, he's looking at the scoreboard. They're 1 up. He can find some way of getting a catch and shoot opportunity here. Then he goes 3 up. But let's just talk about Cole Long for a second. He's a forward. He's not by any stretch of the imagination as a power forward. He's definitely a sort of a small forward. But he's been pinning shots on the backboard. He's been taking rebounds, and they had a huge block shot. And not only that, you couple that with his ability to knock the ball down from the perimeter, makes him a very valuable player in this team.
Yeah, and I think we saw a lot towards the end of the season of Cole Long. He just got better and better as the season went on.
Well, I came to a function in the summer where they announced the signing of the documentary they made about going into Europe. And although he didn't use these words exactly, it was clear that one of Coach Stutel's ambitions in the close season was to bring back Cole Long.
Yeah, he was the first player announced as well. I'm sorry, Marko Anthony was the first player announced that. Then it was Cole Long.
I think we're yet to see the real Marko Anthony. I mean,
we've seen flashes, haven't we?
I thought he was awesome in that second half against Caledonia in that first game. Since then, I've not been so sure, because I think he's been giving up shots that I think he can make. The good open looks for him. He rebounds bigger than he is as well.
So 1 second, Carruthers trying to find somebody, does find somebody, Horton does get it off, and it nearly goes in as well. Great play by Dziki, but it didn't work out, and we end the first half with game on, as they say, for the second half. 37-36 to Dziki Warsaw.
Yeah, it was a great effort for Dziki to try and get that last shot off, but it was also good play by the Eagles that they didn't foul the three-point shooter in that critical situation.
So we're going to try and get some stats together for you, and we'll come back with highlights from the first half and some stats for you in about 10 minutes or so. In the meantime, enjoy your half-time break wherever you're watching and listening from.
We are Virtue. We have over many years built a nationwide network of local dealerships with a choice of amazing cars from the world's leading manufacturers, all cared for by our highly skilled technicians. For customers who continue to praise us to friends and family alike. Because we are Virtue.
Welcome back to the Virtue Arena for the second half of tonight's ENBL basketball group match between the hometown Newcastle Eagles and the visitors from Poland, Dziki Warszawa. We're going to show you some first half highlights, the best of the best from the first half for about a minute or so, and then we'll get into some stats after that. Here we go. Early highlights from the Eagles. Great three-point shot there. Dion Hammond made 2 threes in the half. And there's a lovely pass from Carruthers to Van der Plas. Ugama there, sorry, not Van der Plas. There's your Jack, one of the Eagles' top scorers. That is Van der Plas showing and going. Great, this is a great skip pass, and Maceo Jack's three-pointer. Skip pass from Clark to Jack. Nice play by the Eagles. And that was the nice little floater that caused Dziki to call a timeout when Mitch Clark got inside. This was the one that was launched from downtown by Talek Chavez for 3. They all added up to 36 to 37 at the half time. And just to give you some stats.
The clock goes under 60 seconds away from.
I think you look at it there for me is the three-point shooting of the Eagles compared to the two-point shooting of Dziki. Dziki dominating inside, Eagles doing a lot better than Dziki from outside. Not much else really. The Polish side just ahead on rebounds, just ahead on assists, and turnovers just a little bit less.
I think when you balance all those stats up, then you can see that it's why it's a one-point game. They had the upper hand in the first quarter, definitely improved for the Eagles in the second, and the big step for me was when Darius Defoe walked in and instantly waved his magic wand and instilled real energy into the Eagles' performance.
Yeah, we're underway in the second half. Eagles on offense. Conway and Ugama, yeah, that's a foul. Well done to Manuel Conway.
That's the sort of foul that drives coaches mad, because all he had to do was put his bar arm into Manuel Conway, not start swinging his arms at him. That was a silly foul. Certainly so early in the quarter.
An example of how even this game has been. It was 22-15 first quarter for Dziki and 21-15 second quarter for the Eagles. Foul by Ugama on Conway. Conway's give it back to Clark. Clark works his magic but can't knock it down. Ugama takes the rebound.
And again, Cole Long intercepting. He's doing a lot of things on the quiet tonight. Taking rebounds, he's blocking shots. He intercepted that pass. He's having a good evening.
Now somebody else is having a good evening. Maceo Jack up to 11 points personal. Great drive to the basket and tremendous finish. There's Van der Plas. Cool Long again. Brilliant defense by Long. Horton, who hasn't been anywhere near what we thought he might be, not as explosive, but he goes to the basket there. Doesn't make it. Marco Anthony takes the rebound. Eagles have a 1-point lead. And on offense, Maceo Jack works it out to Long. Long goes for the three-pointer, but Bennett Van der Plas makes the block, and Kim actually caught the ball from the block, but he landed out of bounds.
Yeah, he stepped out of bounds. Such a huge block, he lost his balance as he was trying to control the ball.
Well, it's not often you see a short block when a guy actually catches the ball on the block. Clark goes hard. That's a good defensive play by Carruthers. It's been deflected out.
Well, don't need any special vision to realise that the Italian coach did not like that call at all.
And he's asked for a review. Mark Stuttelbein was asking for a foul.
I was going to say, if they review this, they may well seal that Mitch Clark got hammered on the way to the basket. Thing is, though, the review is about not about that Mitch Clark foul, is it?
No, it's about the end, down
Yeah.
the end line ball. Who touched it last? Coach Legovich is absolutely convinced that it was Clark who touched it last. Well, these reviews, I think, are a very good idea, but sometimes they just take a little bit too long.
Well, hopefully not as long as some of the VAR decisions in football.
Yeah, we'll go away, get a view of it. What's our view of it, Dave?
Right, there's clear contact on Clark. Difficult to see.
I would say that Clark probably has put that ball out of play. I think Carruthers knows it as well. But now, as you say, they may well call a foul. Who knows? See that Clark just pushes the ball now. I don't think Carruthers makes contact with it personally. But he may have a case for a foul. That's what Mark Stewart was asking. Said if you're going to review it, have a look for the foul. But man, well, I think this might take a while. For me, if they're just calling the out of bounds play, I would say that Clark was the last one to touch the ball. But if you look at Carruthers' hand, it is going over the top. Yeah. I think if they just all they're reviewing is the out of bounds, I think that's the right call.
Well, one advantage of not reviewing that for a foul, we would have been here all night if they're going to review every bit of contact. This is a good game. It's a little bit physical. It's the way it's played in Europe, and this is the way British fans should be treated too.
Oh, that's nice. That was nice. That was nice. All the way from Van der Plas, all the way through the middle, and slams it home with his right hand.
Everything was good about it. A veteran move, lovely fake, and then quick step and into the dunk. No stopping that.
Cool. Long can't make the turnaround, and this one, well, it's like a bit.
I mean, that's the first review we've had, and I think it's an indication that this game's been well called so far. Don't think anybody can complain about the officiating.
We've been quite a few of the nice play by Kaminsky, really good. And as Mark Stewart, I thought he was going to call a timeout, but no, he didn't. Good play by Kaminsky, and another slam. Puts the poles back in front. Makes sure Jack's three-point shot is off. Suddenly seemed to be getting a lot of rebounds. I thought the coach was actually going to join the offense at one stage. Oh, Carruthers, that's really good play by Carruthers.
Well, I would agree with you to a certain degree, but when he looked as though he'd fallen over and lost control, it actually penalised the Eagles.
Yeah.
Well, he's called an early timeout, I think, with good reason. You've got 3 in the second half. You really don't want to use them if this is it's got all the potential to be a tight game. They may need these timeouts if it's tight at the end, but I think he was concerned about the lackluster effort the team were putting into offense and defense.
There's the Plas that's tremendous, isn't it? It's over the top of the Eagles' biggest player as well. And there's a great steal by Kaminsky. Anthony couldn't get back, and Kaminsky slams it home as well. There we go, as you say, it worked in his favour, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Kaminsky had the advantage there in the sense that he saw it earlier than Anthony, and Anthony had to turn to actually get into a moving forward position.
It was a quick run by Dziki Warszawa, put them back up by 5 after the Eagles, 6 points.
Yeah, but I was impressed with Mark Stewart in the first half. I think he knows that they got the better of his team in the first quarter, but he was very patient. He made his substitutions until he was happy with the lineup, and they deservedly pulled that game to almost a tied game by half-time.
So the Eagles are about to come back on court, on offense. Marco Anthony with the ball. Another steal by Van der Plas this time. Eagles turnovers are costing them at the moment. Van der Plas slams it home again. Takes himself to 12 points personal.
Well, I don't think in a sprint race that Randall Bassett will be meeting too many people out on the floor here, but he's such a quick thinker.
And there's another turnover for the Eagles. This time it was Marco Anthony, lost the handle.
Well, I was convinced that Coach Stewart would go into the locker room for half-time as the happier of the two coaches, but there's no doubt at all about the way this second half sounds, which coaches got into his team and demanding a better effort from them.
Carrillo's was going to take the three, didn't. That'll be a foul by Mitch Clark. Wrestles Oguama to the floor.
Don't think that'll go down as a bad foul, because I don't think Mitch is in anything like foul trouble. He was giving ground to a bigger player who had got him pinned. I think that was a bit of a bailout there from Mitch.
That's his first foul. Horton, Jack on him. Oguama to Carrillo's. Carrillo's kicks it out to Horton. Horton knocks down the three.
Well, there's a new energy level and there's a new purpose, isn't there, there to offense. This is just like starting the first half again.
10 points the gap. It's an 11-point run. The Eagles really need a basket, but Clark for three from the corner. It doesn't make it. Oguama takes the rebound.
In one sense, though, it's ignited the Eagles, because any analysis...
What a pass.
Oh, my goodness.
What a pass from Carrillo's. Great baseline cut by Van der Plas, and there's another 2 points. The run goes to 13.
I think all night long, Dziki have been creating figures by player movement off the ball far better than the Eagles have, but that last offense, I thought the Eagles got a lot of really good player involvement on off-ball positions.
There's a brilliant block again by Oguama as Maceo Jack went to the basket. The Poles come away with the ball.
Look at the movement away from the ball, very good.
So he's missed the shot, but the foul has been called.
Yeah. Well, there was a strong case, I think, for their coach calling an early timeout. I think there might be a case here for Coach Stewart. He's not panicking at this stage. 12 down, 15, 16 minutes to go. Long way to go in this game.
It was Coach Stewart who called the early timeout.
Oh, sorry, my fault. Yeah, my fault.
Yeah, that's okay. So,
but this is not a repeat, is it, of the semi-final game played earlier this year? Well, this is a much tougher team.
Yeah, Dziki looked a lot stronger.
Yeah.
I did think that when I did my research before the game, that they looked as if they'd spent a little bit more money. They've only been going since 2017, and they've just got better every season. Season on season, they just seem to get a little bit better.
Well, that's a very young team to be playing in Europe.
And he's missed both the free throws, though. That's a little bit of a break for the Eagles. Down 12. 5:40 to go. Maceo Jack decides to knock down a three. He's cooking on gas at the moment, is Maceo Jack. He's up to 14 points, 17 points possibly. Oh, sorry, my fault. Yeah, 40. But it's a foul by Hammond. He accepts the responsibility. I think he just let his marker go just a little bit too early.
I thought he'd recovered, though. I mean, if we watch it, it'd be interesting. Here we go, there's a replay. I think it was the backward movement that caused Hammond out.
Kaminski makes the first. 41-51.
Loud and proud.
Biggest lead of the night. 11 points the gap. Oh, and there's another turnover by the Eagles. Canray gets up and makes the block, but no, it's been called, and it's going to be a technical foul on Mark Stootle as well, who needs to be very careful. Roberto Foy and Tom Lishman get up and try and calm Mark Stootle down.
There's enough going on without coach picking up a technical foul. I mean, two silly turnovers involving the ball, isn't it, in the last...
5, hasn't it? I mean, they had... they had 7 turnovers. Yeah, we've got that. So they had 7 turnovers at the half, and they've already got 4 more. So the first shot was the coach technical foul, which Horton knocked down, and now we have 2 for Ogama, who was blocked by Canway, but it was called as a foul. Well, he's now missed 3 in a row.
Make some noise.
He's one off banked that one in, so he's 1 of 4.
He didn't call it, so we're not over impressed.
So, Sean Taylor back in the game. He sat down for a while.
They're really out there pulling their defence out over the full 90 feet of this course.
And again, another steal, another turnover, and they're off and running again behind the back. And Ogama smashes it to him. And Mark Stootle's got no choice. He's got to take a time out, really. He's got to do something to try and put this has been a powerhouse performance.
Well, if for no other reason to try to take the rhythm out of their game, but they've come out of the locker room with pretty easy what the coach has been telling them. He's been talking about pressure on the ball, pressure in the passing lanes. Don't give them any easy options whatsoever. Put the press defence high. It's like a football coach, isn't it? Talking about pressing. You know, number of times the goalkeeper touches the ball now in football is massive compared to what it used to be, and nobody really presses that situation. But they've really pressured the inbound ball situation.
And if you look at it now, they've got 8 steals, and they had 5 at the half, so that's 3 in 5 minutes. And as I say, the Eagles' turnovers, they were at 7 turnovers at the half. They've now got 12 turnovers, so it's 5 turnovers in 5 minutes.
That's a big turnover ratio in such a short time. So it's like clocking up 1 a minute.
Yeah, and I think, you know, turnovers are turnovers. You know, if you turn the ball over, it's given obviously quite correctly. But I think you've got to give a lot of credit to Dziki for the way they've defended.
Massive credit to them. I mean, as I said, I just find myself going back on what I said about not overly concerned. I think the Eagles have been good at fighting back from situations, but suddenly 14 down after 5 minutes is not a good situation. And look how much they're not giving up on this pressure at all, are they?
And you have to remember as well that the Eagles actually took the lead at one stage, 38-37, but, well, Dziki now making massive inroads now. It's a 21-3 run at the moment. Rashawn Taylor, he's the man to break that little run, knocks down a 2. We said this, you're right, Dave. I remember 2 or 3 games last year where we said, are the Eagles out of this? And they came back strongly. We're going to have to produce one of them tonight. 15 points down, 4 minutes, 20 to go. There's another great pass and a foul by Dion Hammond.
No disagreement with you, that was a great pass. What concerns me is that player was able to make a backdoor cut with nobody picking him up at all.
Yeah,
his man was obviously ball watching. Yeah,
absolutely.
And don't chase a man once you've been beaten. Let somebody else. It's somebody else's problem. Number of times there's a foul by a man who's been beaten who then chases his man.
Kaminsky makes the first.
Let's do it again, loud and proud. Make some noise.
He's now up to 8 points personal. Got to remember that Dziki Warsaw lost their first game by 2 points, 93-91 to Riga at home.
Well, they scored 90 points in that game. That tells you the offensive potential they've got.
Yeah, and that's good.
Yeah, there has to be a trouble.
Again, it's swarming defence, isn't it?
It's swarming defence, but there's got to be more work away from the ball to make passing options easier.
Yeah, that's a good point, Dave. Very good point.
People are getting overplayed. Don't let them do it. Back cut them. Back cut and fill.
Grokowski comes on, as does Chavez, as does Frankovic, as does Suarez. 4 changes. But they can make 4 changes when you're up 17. And that's another foul. Is that a third foul on Dion Hammond? Just a second. Nope, it is a third foul.
Well, number 7's come on, and his stats show that he's not a very offensive-minded player, but I'll tell you what, he had an absolutely wide-open 3 there.
Chavez knocks the first down. So Dion Hammond up to 3 fouls as well.
Make some noise.
He's in a little bit of foul trouble, not much, just a little bit. Chavez makes them both. Mitch Clark, Malcolm Smith, Darius Defoe, Emmanuel Canway, Maceo Jack.
Well, I applaud this substitution because, you know, that was a bad spell for the Eagles, and making multiple changes is probably the only option he really had. Well, how hard is that guy working on Mitch Clark?
Rakowski.
Yep.
Mitch Clark's had to go a long way and he's missed the shot. Kaminsky takes a rebound. And they transition. Offensive foul by Frankowski.
Well, that was handy because everybody was backing off the guy who had the ball.
Just as well that the offensive foul was called because it looked as if it was all going to be an easy 2 points. 19 points the gap, all of a sudden, 1 point game. It's 18 points half. Rashawn Taylor almost has his pocket picked by Suarez. Steps back for 3, knocks down the 3. This is what he seems to do, Taylor, every now and then. He just seems he wants to take the team on his own back. Chavez does well. Frakovic gets it back on Defoe. It's certainly not find Defoe. That has to be a foul.
Had to be a trouble.
Yeah. I thought it was a foul as well. Arms hooked together.
Well, Darius Defoe hasn't forgotten how to play defence, has he?
No, certainly not.
To me, there's just been way too much dribbling in the Eagles' offence at the moment. And what happens is, instead of players working hard off the ball to get open, just been standing watching it.
3-point shot on its way from Taylor again.
Well, that drive and kick was a great move because Taylor is the one person who's making outside shots. Clark is the one person who's getting into the defence. Very smart drive and kick move.
Marko Lekovic calls a timeout. He probably wants to draw up some defensive plays against Rashawn Taylor, who with that little burst of points now has got up to 11 points himself.
36.
Or is that, sorry,
Winning number 200.
8 points. He's got 8 points in very quick succession. 49-62. Eagles top scorer, Maceo Jack, 14. Dion Hammond hasn't added to his first half 10 points. Rashawn Taylor didn't have any points at half time. He's now got 8. For Warsaw, it's a little bit more balanced, but it's all about pretty much the start. If you look at the starting 5, Van der Plas has 14, Horton has 8, Carruthers has 8, Kaminsky has 8, and Ugama has 9, and Frakovic has 10 from the bench.
And the majority of their points have been created from team offence.
And here's your other stat, Dave, as well. We talked about Dante Carruthers having 6 assists at half time. He's got 6 more assists in this quarter.
What is the assists to each team?
So the Dziki have 18 assists, 12 of which have been dished out by Carruthers, and the Eagles have 8. Not much difference really, but the Eagles also have 13 turnovers. So they're 8 and 13 on assists to turnovers, whereas Dziki are 18 to 9.
Defense.
And you take 9 turnovers through 3 quarters. Chavez, Frakovic, 3-point shot by Gokowski is missed. Taylor again, kicks it out. Hammond drives to the basket, lays it up, doesn't go in. Horton takes the rebound.
Defense.
He finds, wow, Frakovic really ran the throw there, but nobody went with him at all.
I'm sorry, but that was basically non-existent transition defence.
Darius Defoe turnaround jump shot is no good. Frakovic, the ball hit him on the back of the head. Martin Smith, no good.
Defense.
Suarez turns the corner, but he's lost the ball. The ball rolls away. .127 to go, 49-64. Sean Taylor. Darius Defoe looking for a pass. Sean Taylor. No real pass on, and that's exactly what's happened. It's picked off too easily, and the Eagles were all over the place on defence there. Didn't have a clue where Horton was, and he slams it home for two.
The problem came from the frustration with that offence.
And again, there's another steal. Ball goes away. Eagles fans, Suarez in the corner for three. Frakovic tries to get the rebound. I think it's going to be called a foul on Darius Defoe, is it?
I think it was Hammond, was it? Was it Darius?
I'm not sure. Just waiting to see. Yeah, it was Darius Defoe.
Loud and proud, make some noise.
On Frakovic. Now he's at the line to shoot two. Misses the first.
Well, he had such a strong start to the game. He was almost like an MVP candidate from the start. And then he's had long rest periods, hasn't he?
He has, and, you know, but he's done his work early, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I thought Lekovic wanted a timeout there, but he said that he'd already asked for the sub. And said he'd asked for the sub after the shot.
Well, he's been granted it.
Yep. 43 seconds left from an Eagles point of view
The problem for the Eagles at the moment, Jeff, is the Dziki are just not resting on the laurels at all. They're maintaining this pressure on defence. It's causing the Eagles all sorts of problems.
I mean, they've scored 29 points in this. There's Taylor for three is good again. Sean Taylor is the man who's just about keeping the Eagles in the game.
You need points to stay in the game. Just Sean Taylor is producing them, but we've got to have help from elsewhere.
And there's a good bit of help by Mitch Clark on defence. Taylor's nice flip pass to Hammond. Hammond knocks down the three. That's good play by Taylor. That time didn't go himself. Suarez on the buzzer is good.
Yeah, that was
great play. Great play. Eagles didn't get back in time. And right on the buzzer, he knocks a three-point down. I think Mark Stootle's asked for a review on the three-point shot.
I think from our vantage point, you will see that red light didn't come up until after the shot had been released, but we will know if the review is going to be granted.
Well, they've granted the review, so they're going to have a look at it.
Well, we awarded we felt that Dziki had won the first quarter. We felt that the Eagles grew into it in the second quarter and deserved to go into the locker room only 1 point down. But there's not been much dispute about who's boss this quarter, is there?
No, and we're just waiting to find out whether we can have a look at it here, Dave. So
no red light yet. No red light yet.
No red light.
No red light. Ball's gone.
Ball's gone.
That's going to be awarded. Don't think they'll take too long on that.
No, but they haven't taken too long, and that makes
and the three fingers go up in the air to increase the deficit to what?
No, that's the right score.
15, yeah.
Yeah, 15 points. It was a 19 to 30 quarter.
You've got to give them credit. They had an excellent quarter. So I thought defensively, they gave everything they had. Their effort was off the planet, and the Eagles' answer was to try and set up everything off the dribble. The Eagles have got here. We saw that last shot from Hammond. We've seen Deshaun Taylor hit shots. Mitch Clark can hit shots. Share the ball, you will create good looks.
I think a lot of those points as well for Dziki have come from, obviously, from turnovers. And we're gonna have a little look at the third quarter, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be a bit of a dunk fest. What we're about to see.
Blue dunk number 16. That is the blue dunk.
Van der Plas for the first one. That's a real hammer, isn't it? Over the top of Manny Conway. And then it was Steel City. Kaminsky, Taylor couldn't get back.
It was very difficult for Taylor. He started out with fists in the wrong way.
Anthony, my fault. And then Van der Plas gets in the lane.
Dreadful pass.
Another slam home. Another steal, another pass. Behind the back. And Uwama comes over.
Number 16.
Behind the back pass. Bang. At this point, there's it again in the lane. Poor pass. Horton goes one direction, Taylor goes the other, and it's another slam. So all of those five that they showed there were all off turnovers as well. Okay, we're on the way. Last 10 minutes, 55 to 70. Can the Eagles pull this one back? Be some effort if they manage to do that. Chavez misses the three.
Back flies your Eagles.
Eagles, it's going to be a foul on Chavez. Hand check.
Pushing foul called. Eagles ball side.
Taylor just gets it into Clark, to Defoe. Defoe, nice pass. Oh, that was really a fantastic finish by Taylor.
That would have been an incredible finish.
Darius Defoe's flip pass. And that's a foul by Darius Defoe this time.
Well, Darius picked the foul up there, but he's making a statement, isn't he? He's saying to his teammates, look, guys, they put pressure on us. We've got to return the favour. There he is again, all over Frankovic.
Fouled by Cole Long.
Well, much as I want the Eagles to put pressure on the ball in this quarter, what we don't want is they've got to learn to do it without fouling. Almost another one there.
2 fouls in 40 seconds. Horton misses it, and it's going to be another foul. 3 fouls in 46 seconds.
I think that was a late call.
Holding foul call was Darius.
Legal screen.
Defense.
Chavez sticks back, knocks down the 3. He's a good shooter, this fella. 2 of 3 from 3-point range. Just takes that gap up to 18. Sean Taylor trying to get in, and it's stolen again. It's Horton steals it. Chavez actually went a little bit too hard. Gives it inside. There's a pass, and Frankovic, as he drives to the basket, is fouled, and that's the Eagles' 4th foul of the quarter. Conway and Jack come in. Defoe and Taylor come out.
We know what we're doing. Loud and proud. Let's make some noise.
3rd foul on Cole Long. Frankovic misses the free throw. He was 3 for 4 before that one.
Let's do it again.
One of the keys to me in this quarter is the way Chavez has led the team.
Frakovic makes the second, 4 of 6.
Look at he's hustling back, putting up pressure on Clark. I think he's had a really good start to this quarter. And he can shoot as well.
Yeah, he's up to 8 points personal. 3 assists as well. Oh, and there's another steal by Chavez with Carruthers. Carruthers makes the basket and is fouled by Maceo Jack, and he will go to the line to shoot an extra one. It's all coming apart at the moment for the Eagles, unfortunately. 76-55 with a shot to come.
Make some noise.
He makes the free throws. We knew he would. Takes him to 11 points.
Whoever's in charge of the ball on the Eagles, pushing the ball down the floor, whether it's Clark, whether it's Deshaun Taylor, whoever, has got to read the defense. You've got to see where the easy entry passes and get that ball moving. Stretch this defense, make them work. You've got enough shooters who can knock down things and also people who can create things inside. Cole Long's good if the ball's moved a lot and he works his way inside.
Dion Hammond's 3 from Cole Long's pass is no good. Travel, yeah, didn't put the ball down. Dante Carruthers now has a double-double of 11 points and 12 assists.
That's pretty impressive because most people get a double-double off points and rebounds.
Yeah. Well, he's got a rebound. He's got 1 rebound anyway, which Clark comes out.
I mean, that... Chavez, Horton, Carruthers, good trio to have be sharing the ball on that little three guard front.
Yeah. Carruthers following Hammond everywhere he goes at the moment. Chavez on. Frakovic has now got Taylor. That's well short. Chavez comes up with the rebound, trying to find Frakovic, but Taylor was back quickest. Maceo Jack for 3 is good. From Taylor, better from the Eagles. Good defense, quick transition, knocked down the 3. This man Carruthers has got the ball in his hand again. That's going to be a foul by Frakovic, and that's him out of the game. 14 points on 5 of 5 shooting, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, and 6 rebounds. Decent effort, but he is now out of the game. When you consider he's not the starting centre, maybe now just bring the starting centre back on.
Yeah, well, you're on 4 fouls. That's a pretty obvious foul. He simply leant into the Eagles player and extended his arm, just pushed him over. Not going to get away with that.
Hammond. Eagles need a bit more from Dion Hammond, but he's only got in the country last Thursday, so he's been down already to Leicester and Cheshire and back home again. Horton goes for 3, misses it. Van der Plas, well, not quite sure what you can say there. I mean, he shoots a 3, Horton, it misses, comes back to Van der Plas, and Van der Plas has a man absolutely wide.
Well, what you can say, yeah, you're right. What you can say there is defense, see man, see ball. Everybody saw the ball, but nobody saw the man standing there under the basket, on the baseline, weak side. Absolutely easy. Eagles have gone away from too many principles of good man-to-man defense in this quarter. I think they're getting frustrated with their attempts to score at the other end of the floor. But, you know, defense is consistent. You've got to play it for 40 minutes. Can't win anything without defense.
You've got 5 players in double figures and then 2 more on 8. So they could have 7 players in double figures by the end of the game. And in contrast, the Eagles have got Maceo Jack on 17, Deshaun Taylor on 14, and Dion Hammond on 13. And then the next highest scorer is Emmanuel Canway with 5, who hasn't added to his first half. So shooting percentage is 36% against 54%.
That's not just down to the pressure defense from Dziki. That's also down to shot selection.
Yeah. So Eagles inbound. Canway back on, gives it to Taylor. This is the thing that's really impressed me. The hustle on every play that's a foul. But the hustle on every play has been tremendous. Every defensive stand has been fully committed to. Foul by Carruthers. So the Eagles haven't even had trouble getting the ball inbounds. Nice crossover by Taylor. Gets all the way to the basket, but doesn't make it.
Yeah, they didn't give up on it at all, did they? They pressured him all the way.
Oh, wow.
You know, simple give and go.
Yeah.
Very effective, but it's also one of the easiest moves in basketball to defend. As long as the defensive player jumps to the ball, not stand and watch the man go past.
There's your jack for 2. It's good.
If he gets in an open space like that, he's got that quick release, he's got a flat shot, but he takes quite a bit of height off the ground, so he's able to knock it down.
He's up to 19 points personal. The score is what? Overall score. This boy Carruthers is some player, mind Dave. What a crossover, and lovely from the elbow, knocks it down. Takes himself to 13
I think
points.
all the additions they've made have been a success tonight, haven't they?
Yeah. Look, a very strong side. It's going to be a foul by Carruthers, I think. That might be his 3rd foul. Yeah. He's coming out and he's getting a warm round of applause from his captain, who replaces him, Grokowski. Grokowski. My fault. Apologies.
No matter what substitutions they make, they have enough players on the floor who can keep that defensive pressure on. There you go, the smallest guy on the floor runs in to take a big rebound and immediately turns defense into offense.
Very neat, very spot. And again,
that was so easy. That was a bad handle. That was definitely a turnover by Van der Plas. Yeah. That was a really good pass, and it was so easy to make as well.
I'm going to throw one at you here, Dave. You know who he reminds me of? Van der Plas. You're probably totally blows out the water, but he reminds me a little bit of Kenny Kosher.
Thought he was going to. He reminded you of a car that used to be made by Austin.
No.
That was a posh model.
You coach Kenny Kosher. No, you are
great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy. He keeps in touch, you know, on social media.
Yeah, keeps in touch with me as well. And I think Van der Plas has got that kind of throwback look towards him.
Yeah.
That's all I was thinking. Sorry for any viewers or listeners who have got no idea who Ken Kosher is. Well, if you have a look up, they'll find out who he is. Oh, Monsieur Jack did well there, really well there.
And I don't know whether you're aware, but we had a sadness as well with the loss of one of our all-time greats, Randy Hafner.
No, I didn't know that.
He's passed away at 69.
Wow, I didn't know that at all. He's a great guy, Randy Hafner.
Yeah. Did tremendous work for the club and tremendous work with kids.
That is a sad thing to hear. Kaminsky for 3 is no good. Oguama takes a rebound. He may now. Kaminsky. Look, he's giving it to Cole Long.
I thought Canway got away with one then, but why not?
Anthony and Candy come on. Hammond looks very dejected as he goes off. Very dejected.
Well, you know, you knew you've just arrived. You want to impress. Maybe he's a little bit frustrated, but you know, got to give himself time. He's got to blend in with his teammates.
I think the second substitution is going to be on the shooter, Cole Long. You see Cole Long's blocked 3 shots tonight, but his shooting has been a little bit off, to say the least. And he only makes 1 or 2 there. Warszawa takes the rebound. He's getting very close to a double-double as well. Dziki gives that ball. Well, there's the hustle right there. Suarez, well, he's missed a shot, but he's going to get the foul. Suarez worked so hard to get his shot away, missed it, but he wasn't going to be denied and got the rebound as well. Goes back up, misses a shot, but he's fouled. Van der Plas comes out. As does Cole Long.
I think Van der Plas can safely say my work's done for the night.
I would imagine so. 16 points, 7 rebounds.
He's shown a lot of basketball savvy as well.
Suarez misses a shot.
Crowd, make some noise.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if we saw Dante Carruthers back as well, but you never know. Points different could come into it. Doesn't usually.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking that the Eagles have got to keep going for this extra 3 minutes, 18 seconds, because it's nowhere near the end of the world for them. They've proved over the past 3 years under Coach Tuchel they get better as the season goes on, and points difference could be a big thing.
Good pass by Rashawn Taylor, taken well by Manny Canway and fouled by Grokowski. It's interesting that the Polish players at Dziki have got, none of them are actually full Polish internationals. So Jack comes out. Eagles' next match is here on Halloween, Friday the 31st of October against Bristol Flyers. Manny Canway makes an and 1, takes himself up to 8 points personal.
That's got the potential to be a good game. I think Bristol have started well into this season.
They've had a very good win on the road in Croatia, 70-61 Bristol in this very competition.
That's why somebody's trying to make an assist when he had the easiest layup possible.
Yeah, that's Mikel
Alexandrovich
who's on for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, when you sent me all the information about tonight's visitors, 91 in playing away from home in Riga is pretty impressive, and if they keep going, they could actually pass that total tonight. Still 2:32 to play. They're already on 86.
A little bit of Aussie rules football there by Mitch Clark, but it is an offensive foul.
Well, he is a dual national, you know.
Yeah. Kemper went in. He is a dual national, but I think you'll find he's very much an Aussie.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of Aussie rules there.
Taylor just gets it over in time. 66-86. Canway against Ugama. Nice move by Canway, but he doesn't make it. Kemper takes a rebound.
Well, he doesn't make it, and the Eagles started the season 2-0. This will take them, if it continues in this way, to 2-5 or 2-6. I'm not sure. 2-5, won't it? The one person I think can say that he's really developed in these first few games is Canway. He's shown faith in him by starting him. He hasn't let him down, and potentially maybe justified a few more minutes than he's got tonight.
He has played nearly 24 minutes.
Oh, that's a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
Take everything I've just said back.
Yeah, Rashawn Taylor sits down, because he started, didn't he, as well?
Yeah.
Rashawn Taylor sits down, 14 points, 5 assists.
I think one player we'll get a lot more from as the season goes on is Malcolm Smith.
Yeah, at the moment he's just not quite the Malcolm Smith that we were expecting, but plenty of time. Suarez goes hard, goes inside, misses the shot. Malcolm Smith takes the rebound. Suarez knocks it out of his hands, and that's the Eagles' ball at the end line. 66-89, 1:20 to go. Just having a look up. Difficult to say who would be the player of the game. I would imagine it'll be Dante Carruthers. 13 points and 12 rebounds. Yeah, it's a foul by Kemper. He can't do that.
Is this a situation where there's a player of the game from each side?
Yeah, each side nominates a player of the game.
So who do you think they'll nominate on the Eagles?
I would suspect it'll be Maceo Jack. It's been impressive, as you say. He could kick himself to 10 points. But I suspect it'll be Maceo Jack with 21 points and 3 rebounds. But you never know, because sometimes they're given the very strange ones.
No, I mean, the good news about Canwer is here on a 2-year deal, isn't he?
Yeah. Time to grow, time to progress. Grokowski uses Kemper as a screen and then tries to find Kemper inside. Can't find him. The skip pass is good to Chavez. Thought he made a shot to 3. Kemper's going to turn inside. Turns, twists. Nice basket.
Well, he hasn't had many minutes, has he?
Nope.
The thing I really like about their team is they really know how to play without the ball.
And I think for me, defensively, they've been excellent. Smith gives it to Clark. Clark to Candy. Obviously, Stuttle just running his bench. We stepped right out of bounds. I spotted that a mile off. Watch that. There's the foot easily on the line. 32.1, 68-91. Probably difficult for Mark Stuttle to take any positives out of this, but I think Marko Lekovic will take an awful lot of positives for him this season. Right, so I just looked to the shot there from Aleksandrovic. He was looking for to get on the score sheet, missed his 3. Inside the last 10 seconds, will the Eagles take off a shot? Mitch Clark does put up a 3, it's no good. They're followed by Mark Anthony's not quite there. And that is all she wrote. And it's an excellent performance on the road by the Poles from Dziki Warszawa. They take a 91-68 points. Brilliant second half performance defensively and just enough offensively. Yeah,
I mean, brilliant second half. They also had a very, very good start to the game as well, where they set the tone for what their programme is all about. It's a lot of emphasis, you can tell from that Italian coach, of what they do without the ball at both ends of the floor. There was always, when somebody was under pressure, there was always an option they could find the way out. Too many times the Eagles had a situation where a player got tied up, picked up his dribble and struggled to find an easy option. That did get better as they sort of went on. Unfortunately, they just really, really raised their game, and that's second game in a row where they've hit 91 points.
Yeah, and this one that gets them their win, so they're now 1-1. Eagles obviously 0-1. We will be back here in the virtual arena on the 5th of December when the Greek side, Iraklis, will be in town. We're looking forward to that one. But for now, congratulations to Dziki Warszawa. Tough commiserations to the Newcastle Eagles. The final score is Newcastle Eagles 68, Dziki Warszawa 91. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Good night.